Hey guys, it's Stephanie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video is going to be called Saving Private Kennedy. I'm still waiting for someone to come up with a great, photoshopped picture of the movie poster from Saving Private Ryan. You know, with the picture of George Lucas, Harrison Ford, and Ron Howard, superimposed in the back with the picture of an Ewok, Warwick Davis or something, as a soldier in the middle, and underneath it in the lettering, Saving Private Kennedy. MovieWeb put out a story, a rumor, that George Lucas was up in Belfast, Northern Ireland, scouting locations for the new Obi-Wan movie. Not that I am interested. Obi-Wan is not my favorite character. I don't get the lust and fanaticism people have for him. I'm just, whatever. He's always going to be the old guy that was in A New Hope and then a Ghost in the original trilogy for me. The wise old guy. So I don't get it. I really don't. But anyway, so that's the rumors out. Lucas is up there scouting locations, and that he is going to possibly direct this movie. Now, I'm trying to make this as short as possible, okay, so bear with me. Last summer, when Lord Miller got fired and Ron Howard was brought in, it should have started people wondering what was going on at Lucasfilm, and I know quite a few people have mentioned it to me on the down low, that they thought there was something odd going on. Why would Kennedy, so late in the game, fire these two, Lord Miller, who never should have been hired in the beginning, in the first place, but they were, so there you go. It's very interesting to me. It should be very interesting to everybody, I think. Then, the super secreted stuff and the lies, basically the misleading marketing for The Last Jedi came out. People are pissed. I'm not buying that the fan base is divided. I don't really know a lot of people who like The Last Jedi. I really don't. It's, I would say, a good 10-to-1 in the comment section of more than one of the of the shill YouTube channels that I often look at, that they liked it. 10-to-1 against The Last Jedi. 10-to-1 hating Ryan Johnson, etc., etc. She basically, it looks to me like she lost control of that movie and couldn't really do anything at the end about what it was going to be, and here we are, So we got that. Then, let's go on further. Then the Solo movie drops a teaser, and we get the first look at our young Han Solo. No one is happy who's honest, all right? There, of course, will be a group of fans, even if they hated The Last Jedi, that will see this monstrosity only because it's a Star Wars movie, and, they could, I've said this before, film a steaming pile of shit for 2 hours, stamp Star Wars on it, and these idiots would go and watch it. Get pissed off, but they'd still go and spend their money. Meanwhile, the rest of us are going, that's a steaming pile of shit. It's akin to The Emperor Has No Clothes. Well, the Emperor does have no clothes. All right. But, no, there were a lot of people who thought the trailer looked good, but he just sucks, and if the movie's about Han Solo, get the right guy. All right. But Ron Howard had to come in and save her on that. Then we've got this rumor about George Lucas himself, Big Daddy, coming in to the rescue. And this is what I'm wondering, and this is why I'm calling this Saving Private Kennedy. Is she relinquishing some control? All right, and this is why I'm asking. A, The Last Jedi was a fakakta mess. They can sit there and say it wasn't, but they know it was because they lied in the marketing, all right, about what it was going to be about. I mean, you know, you've got Adam Driver out, or not Adam Driver, but Ryan Johnson out on a limb defending himself, and Pablo Hidalgo. But before the movie came out, those two assholes mocking fans, and I will find those pictures again and post them at the end of this video. I mean, they can fuck off and die. I mean, those two are, you know, so unprofessional, I can't even believe it, and should have been fired the moment they got on Twitter, all right? There's a reason why J.J. Abrams doesn't go on Twitter, okay? Cool, I mean, and I don't like J.J. Abrams, but at least he doesn't go on Twitter, all right? He's smart enough not to do that, okay? You know, I mean, there's something to be said about not going on social media if you're a big Hollywood director or movie star. You know, Mark Hamill, see me about this. So I think, this is what I think happened. I think that Bob Iger realized she's lost control. They're looking at toy sales being way down. I would be really worried and very concerned that Hasbro might not re-up their license in 3 years. Because or not make as many toys and then quit making Star Wars stuff altogether once the license expires and we're not doing this anymore. I'd be really worried about that. You know, and you've got the really piss poor behavior of people in the Star Wars, you know, the Lucasfilm story group towards the customers. And I think what I'm looking at is Iger telling her, you need to bring in people who know what they're doing. You need to let somebody else handle some of this. She's not in control of anything. She's lost her control. And I think that's what happened. That is why you're seeing Ron Howard sweep in and save her with Solo. And if that movie bombs, and I think it will, we'll see what happens when they start selling tickets. They'll start selling tickets, probably in April. Maybe not. Maybe they won't do any real pre-ordering until about 2 weeks before the movie comes out. But we'll see. And if online ticket sales aren't good, they're screwed. You know, but Ron Howard comes in to save her on that. And then you've got Lucas being rumored about... Ron Howard basically saying that he directed a scene or spent a week directing or something like that on the set of Solo. It still doesn't make me want to see the movie. Then you've got, you know, then Harrison Ford apparently coached this kid covertly. Hey, you know what? That's, all right. Casting him as Han Solo is like casting me as Han Solo. Or casting me as Leia. I don't look anything like her. I don't have the same persona. You know, I can't shrink myself to being 5'1". It just doesn't work. This kid doesn't work. So if Harrison Ford himself, Han Solo, because, guys, I hate to tell you that, but it didn't take him it wasn't very hard for him to reach down and find that character because he is Han Solo. There's a part of him that really is, okay? Which I think is part of the reason why he doesn't really like the character as much as he liked Indy. All right? Indiana Jones. I personally love Han. I mean, I love Indy, but Han has my heart, okay? But anyway, but to saying that he covertly coached the kid, when it looks like all they did is maybe have lunch together once. I mean, this is totally, in Washington, D.C. speak, this is CYA covering your own ass. And these guys are letting her do it because they've known her for decades. And obviously they realize that she's not ready for prime time to head a studio and she needs their help. Okay, and, you know, all those guys being stand-up guys, they're going to ride into the rescue and help. All right? I mean, I'm shocked Spielberg himself didn't show up. But he did not help at all, though, when he insisted that Aaron Wright could get a chance to try out for that role. Because suddenly now Ehrenreich is Han Solo. He has no reason to be Han Solo, but that's another whole story. And it's the networking, corporate networking nepotism that goes on everywhere nowadays. Instead of, your body of work and would you be able to carry the part, it's, my friend Steven. But we'll go on with that. We'll talk about that later. So anyway, so what I think this is the case of Saving Private Kennedy. And honest to God, if Solo's a failure, you look for Lucas to come back in some form or another and take charge again in some way of Lucasfilm. At least have a background, be the godfather behind it all. Because if she leaves, somebody that is more of a fan and can run a studio better will probably be the head, with Lucas there, looking at what the stories are, putting his input in, and look for Rian Johnson to lose his trilogy. And I really think if Lucas comes in any way, shape, or form, then Rian Johnson really is out. And it's not just because the Game of Thrones guys showed up to do some sort of trilogy. And I'm hoping that if they do anything, they do Knights of the Old Republic or something like that, or The Rise of Palpatine, which would be really cool. If they do that, then I will feel better in seeing Johnson kicked out and J.J. Abrams, with the help of George Lucas, cleaning up what he made, the mess that Johnson made, would be great. But just watch. If Solo fails, Kathleen Kennedy's probably going to be, edged out a little bit. And you're going to see familiar faces come back in. Because, let's put it this way, $1.3 billion is not a lot of money, especially if you're reinvesting it. And if the shareholders and board members aren't getting the bang for their buck that they thought they would, they're going to want to change, okay? And so this is Steph, signing out. See you around the galaxy. Take it easy, you scoundrels.